Alrighty, everybody, welcome to another episode of I Never Met a Stranger I Didn't Like, and I am all the way over here in Oologah with a very special guest. Known him for a very, very long time. You guys know him as Jason Brown, Coach B, Coach Brown. Been around here a while, not just in insurance.
Yeah. Old guy.
Been around for a while. Let's see. I've known you since 6th grade, we said. Sixth grade. Does that make you feel old?
It's only like 5 years, right?
Yeah, I keep thinking it is. I'm telling myself.
Yeah, I mean,
gosh,
it's definitely time flies, and I remember little 6th grade, little Phil, and time flies, and we got to we did church, did baseball,
like. Whenever I say that, like, I've known Jason for a long time, Jason has been like he was a mentor to me. Like, literally, not only was he my youth pastor, not only was he been my coach, but he has been a very good friend to me throughout these years and has been somebody that I have very much looked up to. I loved playing baseball with him. I never thought I didn't play baseball until I was in high school. And he randomly comes and he's like, "Hey, we need an extra player. You want to play?" And I'm like, I have no idea what I'm doing.
I think you were on the best team ever, weren't you? At Claremore Christian.
I was. I don't know how. I literally just ran around. I couldn't hit the ball. I just let it hit me. And that was it.
Yeah, that was a fun year though.
But it was fun. I never got to get my pitching career started because we never really got head enough to. He said, because remember we had a deal.
We
had so many that you would let me pitch.
I have made a few of those.
Have you ever had to?
Yes.
To him? Really?
Yes.
I just didn't get lucky and didn't.
Yeah, 2 years ago.
Really?
Right here in Oologah.
Oh man,
made a deal, and he kept his end of the bargain, and I put him out there. And
how did he do?
Did amazing. It was one of my favorite moments ever.
Really?
I wouldn't name names, but
yes.
I don't know if I can. But it was amazing. He went.
You know who you are.
Yeah,
if you're listening,
he knows. But he went out to the mound just like he was an MLB pitcher, and he threw it. Crowd was going crazy, and so I had to own up on that.
You had to own up on that. So you have had to do.
I guess we could recreate it with you. I mean, if you want,
I'm totally.
I got keys to the field.
Let's do it. I feel
okay.
All right. I'm old, so I'm older now. I really can't throw the ball that hard.
I have to have an ambulance.
Yeah.
Ambulance.
Yeah. We'll definitely have to have something.
Yeah.
But Jason, you kind of moved out of coaching, and now what are we doing now?
Okay, so insurance.
Yes,
that's right. Right here in Oologah, Chalkline Insurance, and I'm the lead agent here. And just through a series of events, God ordered all these steps, and it was time for me to step out of coaching because of my family.
Yeah,
I mean, I miss them tremendously. I love coaching. I miss the kids. Miss the game situation, but. I get to go home every day now at 5:00 and invest in my kids, which are growing like crazy. So
I can't believe how big they are now.
Yeah. My daughter's 20 and
that's just
my son is 14. And
turnaround makes me feel because I remember when she was like itty bitty baby.
Yeah. So
and your son
I know
a baby, and now
seriously I know they're out of control. But I made the move into insurance. We had an opportunity to open up an agency here in Oologah. My brother-in-law, Justin McCaw, he's in Chelsea, Route 66 Insurance, and he had an opportunity to open up an agency here, and I jumped at it because I love Oologah.
Yeah.
I love the school, love the kids. I'm right around the corner. So I jumped on it.
Yeah.
Opened this up about 1.5 years ago.
Yeah.
So
I remember when I saw it coming up, I was like, oh man, he's going into something new. All right.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, because I've watched you for so long being a coach.
Yeah.
And just being involved in in kids' lives, because you have a gift for that. I don't know what it is. I don't have that gift. I don't have that patience. I don't know what it is you have, but you have that. And I was like, oh my, he's going out of something else. But you want to spend that time and invest into your family and things like that. So insurance kind of lets you go into that and start something new, get a new career, and go down that path of giving that time back to the family now, and putting that gift that you have so well, going and putting back into people is giving back into your family.
Yeah, it
That's
was
awesome.
It was desperately needed.
Yes.
You know, my wife is being a coach's wife. Like a lot of people have no idea.
I say people don't realize the amount of work that goes into being a coach. It's not just being there on the game day.
No,
you're on the field all the time. I remember doing field days and going out there and doing that with you. Like, it's a lot of work.
Yeah, you never leave the field.
No.
So, so I got that opportunity, and it's been a blessing for me. I think our family has grown tremendously over the last year and a half, and I'm still involved at the school. So I still get to see those kids. I do Fellowship of Christian Athletes, and kind of over that, and we have a breakfast every month with them, and we have a lunch every month with them, or once a month, and so I'm still heavily involved. We do a student of the week.
Yep, I was going to say, what about you got your student of the week?
We do that. I went to the principal up at the school and asked him if that's something I could do, because going into this, I still wanted to be involved in the students' lives up at the school, and he was all for it. And so we have done, we're around 50 students now in a year and a half, and it gives them recognition
for the hard work they put in for what they're doing.
And we do everything. It's not just sports. We have arts, arts and activities, and just about anything. So I try to hit every department. So that those kids can get recognition where normally they wouldn't.
So I love that, because they're out there putting that hard work into it, and you're giving them that recognition. It keeps you involved with that. It kind of gives you that, still fires that passion that you have, that you've always had with, helping and putting out there in the community. So like with the insurance, you guys, like you said your brother-in-law had to play, it's like, hey, I'm kind of need to move. And he's like, I got an idea. We got this. And it just all kind of fell in place for you. And so that's kind of like why you got to the insurance. And like, how did that, what were the kind of struggles coming from coaching into going into that kind of, into a different career and learning and things like, what kind of struggle?
I mean, like, at the heart of it, it's still the same, and that's what I love about it. Like, I've always loved helping people, primarily students, and now I get to help the whole entire family. So at the heart of it, it's still the same thing. I'm still helping people, helping them, get covered correctly and save them money, hopefully. But I would say the struggles would just be, being an independent agent, we have 10 different home companies, we have 10 different automobile companies, and then you throw in commercial, and you throw in the motorcycles and the boats, and so every company has their own rules, and they have their own ways of doing business, and every website is different, and so that was a crash course. And here we are a year and a half later. I am still learning, but I for sure 100% just so much wiser in the insurance business. But I would say starting off, that was a lot just coming at you. There's a lot to learn. Luckily, I'm a numbers guy. I've always been a math teacher, and so the numbers part of it was not hard at all. But probably just learning all the different ins and outs for every company that we have. That was probably the hardest.
But I think doing that kind of shows too, you're putting out there a lot of work and effort to learn all that, so that you have such a wide range to grab from if you need to get somebody covered, because you learn everything, that all those different companies, and you're like, hey, we can find somebody. We got something to do.
I mean, and like, if I'm going to do something, I'm going to do it right. I'm going to do it at a high level. Want to be excellent at everything, and so that's the way I've always done, coaching and anything else that I've had my hand in. And jumping into this, that's one of the things I told Justin, like, if we're going to do this, we're going to do it right, and we're going to do it at a high level. So it definitely, it pays off, that hard work. We have so many different avenues for people that maybe a captive agent, where they don't have all those companies, they can't do that. We have a wide variety, so
be able to go out there and do that. And then you have, like you said, you're still learning things, so you have that you have experience there with your brother-in-law in the office over there too. So I'm sure.
So that was that growth
to help you going.
100%. If I find something that I'm not familiar with,
Yeah.
or something I've never seen, which that happens. I will give Justin a call, and he's, I think, 14 years in the business, and he's seen about everything, been in the highs and the lows of insurance, and so he's a phone call away, and then he'll help me navigate through whatever that may be, and we get it taken care of.
So yeah, and like you said, with the you went into the insurance there, and you had that learning curve of just kind of figuring out all that kind of stuff, and doing that, that kind of gives you that, I don't know, that pride, that sense of like, hey, I've accomplished this, I've accomplished something new and stuff like that. So it kind of, gives you that jolt as well. Yeah. So with the insurance, you guys, there's a kind of that misconception.
Yeah.
The insurance guy, like we get that misconception. And you said earlier, you get to help people every day.
Yeah.
Basically, that misconception is, we're not trying to duke you. It's just, you're trying to help. You get to literally help people protect. I mean, their most expensive investments, homes, boats, cars, things like that. So you're really helping them.
That's right.
And living where we live, you never know what's going to happen.
Yes.
Yeah.
You're spot on. I mean, you're spot on. I think, and we were talking a little bit earlier, like, there's no disrespect to lawyers, but there's a lawyer, and then there's the insurance man. So that's kind of the MO that we get. But no, I mean, like, it's integrity, character. Those are things I firmly believe in.
Yeah.
And I'm going to make sure that we stay within those lines, and do this with integrity. And do it with character. And I'm going to make sure that, to my best ability, that we're going to make sure that we're taking care of your $300,000 home, or your $80,000 jacked up Ford truck, these are expensive things. And if something happens, and, living in Oklahoma, tornadoes, water, whatever it may be,
everything,
earthquakes. Yes. I want to make sure that whoever comes into my office, number one, they feel at home. You walk in here, it's decked out with baseball stuff, so it's almost like a man cave. But when they walk into the doors, that they feel at home, and that they know that this guy is going to take care of them.
Yeah.
And that's what I want. And it is hard. We are dealing with people's money.
Yeah.
And I'm very respectful of that. So, I want to make sure that, number one, we're taking care of their expensive items.
Yeah.
And that they're fully covered correctly.
Yeah.
And then, seriously, like, being competitive, being a numbers guy, I want to make sure, like, if at all possible, we're going to try to save you money.
Yeah, you're going to do.
And, when it comes up to renewal time, and we're going through that right now with the craziness of the world. Insurance companies, their rates are out the roof.
And that's not your guys. There's nothing really you can do about it.
That's
either.
not my fault.
Like, don't blame me.
Yeah, with the inflation, like, I don't, I don't know how all that stuff works, but I know we have inflation. We have people that don't want to work.
Yep.
You have cost of materials, and these insurance companies, that's what they're doing. They got to cover their losses, and so we have no control. And I think that's something that people, I don't know if they really truly understand. Like, we have no control over rate hikes, changes in deductibles, like all that stuff that causes the premium to go up. We have no control over that. And, like, it's frustrating on our side when we get those rate hikes, but, we're going to go in and, like I was saying, being the competitive guy, like, I'm trying to beat the record here, so I'm going to try my best. And, I know that whoever comes in that door, they're working their butts off, to try to provide for their family.
Yeah.
And if I can lower their insurance bill $500,
that's
that's amazing.
People, you don't realize that's a huge stress reliever.
Yeah,
that's a big $500 for the whole year. I mean, as you're a dad, I'm a dad. You have families.
Sure.
Being a dad and make sure you take care of that's stressful. And if that's one less thing, it's one less thing that you can kind of not stress about.
100%. And it truly, like it weighs heavy on me when I get a renewal and somebody's policy went up $2,000.
Oh, yeah.
Like, and I'm making a phone call. I'm trying to, to the family, or sending an email saying, listen, I see this, I'm working on it, I'm going to see what I can do. And the majority of the time, we can remarket with one of our other companies and get that price back down. So, we're fighting on our side for you. Yeah. It's not like we're over here trying to figure out.
You're not the insurance company.
No.
You're the one working with them.
That's right.
So you are working for them to get them
that's right.
with the insurance
That's
company.
right. Yeah. And that's what we want to do.
I think that's what people kind of lose that. They think you're the insurance company. You're the one that's happening this. And like I said, you are independent. So you don't have that big insurance company behind you. That's all you have to do. It's not you. We
have options
to go out there. So
yeah.
unlike some others that may be around, you do have that to come in there. You're not going to say that, but I'm going to say that because that's the truth. If I know I'm cheap. We talked about this a little bit.
Yes.
You know how cheap. I'm very frugal when it comes to things. Yeah. And if somebody's can have that option, I'm definitely like, give me an option. Right. I have more options to get that down. Heck yeah, let's do it. And like you said, even later on, if something we do have a hike, you have that other option.
Yeah, we have options
to go through that.
Yeah.
So we talked a little bit about insurance. let's get a little bit more with Coach B. I've got a lot of stories. A lot of stuff.
Great.
I won't go into too many of them, but we've got some really good stories. You literally used to spend evenings almost every week, every night.
I think I lived,
at our house.
That's right.
So we have went to my brother. I won't do it to embarrass him, but the salt shaker. You know what I'm talking about.
Yes.
Things like that, and so guys. Not only is he here, doing your insurance, Jason is an awesome guy. He's very friendly. He's very welcoming. He is a lot of fun to talk to. So even if you get that chance to come in here and do that,
you can just come in and talk. Seriously, if we want to talk sports or you just want to talk, come on in. We can do that.
He's like, come talk to me. He's like me. That. He talks to everybody too.
That's right. That's right.
I don't know strangers. My kids are the same way. They're like, hi.
Yes.
It's the way we do it.
Yeah. Yep.
So give us a little you're in Oologah. How did you got here with the school?
Sure.
And now you live here in Oologah? Do you live in Claremore? Where you?
I live in Claremore.
Live in Claremore. So you make that commute here to Oologah. Your guys are right here off the main street. So you get to come out here. You get to drive past the lake every day.
I do. So I'm telling you, that's one of the selling points for Oologah. Every day I get to see the sunrise, and on the way home I get to see the sunset. And I'm telling you, all my players throughout the years, they know that I love sunsets because we would see a lot of them playing baseball and softball. And I'm telling you, the view here, the lake, it's beautiful, and it just sets your soul free. It really does. And I live on the north side of Claremore. It takes me about 15 minutes to get here, and it is the best trip.
You get to see people. I don't think people realize what we have in the backyard.
I know
it is gorgeous.
It's unbelievable.
I know you said I sent out my little thing. You said Will Rogers' house is one of your favorite places.
Yeah,
that is one of our family's spots. You stand on the front porch of that house and you look at the lake.
Yeah, the view is
you just feel comfortable.
That's right.
You feel good. You feel happy. It's just this. It has a good energy feel to it.
Right.
And so that's really cool that you get to see that every day as you're coming in here.
It is. I'm telling you, when I had the opportunity to come to Oologah all those years ago, that was one of my selling points.
Yeah.
We go to Branson quite a bit. We take trips to Branson, and we love Branson. And the lake up there at Branson, it's just beautiful up there. And that was one of my prayers was God, man, if you can give me that in Oklahoma, then that would be wonderful. And sure enough, the doors opened up, and here I am. I get this view every time, I drive over here. So it's beautiful.
So what is one of your favorite spots, favorite things about Rogers County? About Rogers County.
Oh, about Rogers County.
About Rogers County area. What is something that you like that? Yes, I want to this is where we're at, because we are Claremore, Rogers County. We're Oologah.
That's right.
Chelsea.
Yeah.
We're everybody.
We grew up in Rogers County.
Yeah.
And I've lived here my entire life. I grew up in Sequoia and lived in Claremore the other part of my life. And I can tell you this: anything that's outdoors, I love. I can tell you, me and Calvin, my son, we go for nature walks. We call them nature walks. We go up to the RSU Nature Preserve.
Yeah.
And that place, I don't know what it is, but I'm telling you, if you are stressed and you are, need to get away, you can just right there in Claremore.
Yeah.
And you kind of disappear into nature. Like it's like you're in the city, but then
it's right there.
It's
and
right
a lot
there.
of times you don't really see anybody you're walking out there. Like you may see one or two every once in a while, but
that is the one place, and we have always done that. He loved going on nature walks from a little boy. Now he's 14. He was like, Dad, let's go. I was like, all right, let's go do it. So yeah, we frequent that a lot. The Claremore Lake. Anywhere that we can interact with nature. I mean, that's what we do. And there are plenty of locations in Rogers County, especially, Claremore, Chelsea, Oologah, that triangle. There's plenty of places to go. So that's kind of what we do.
Yeah,
outdoors.
We got plenty of that out here.
I know, tons of it. And people don't realize that, I'm telling you, God made it. And it's like a natural, it takes that anxiety away. It takes the pressures of the world, whatever you might be facing,
Yeah.
And it just like melts away once you're out there. So
I will say I was in pest control and I was a technician, so I was outside all the time.
Yeah.
And there was the days where it's really hot or it's really cold and you're like, I don't want to be doing this. You're every time you get in the car, you're like, I don't want to get out now. But as I transitioned out of that as being a technician and being in an office, now I work from home. Yeah. And I sit in an office at home. I don't get that sunlight. I don't get that. You don't realize how much it really does lift your attitude, lift your spirits, because I felt it. And then whenever that sun came out last week, I was like, oh my God, it was like it just rejuvenated. I was outside, we were playing. I was like, oh my gosh, yes, we do need this.
That's right.
We need that sun. We need that.
It does. I mean, coaching, I remember, seeing some of the most beautiful sunsets, on a baseball field, softball field. I got tons of pictures. And there's just something about being outside. Yeah. And we're like supremely blessed here in where we live in Northeast Oklahoma, in Rogers County, because it's beautiful like that in numerous locations.
There's a lot of times when I would drive around, I get out, I'm like, I don't even feel like I'm in Oklahoma right now. You know, like you get different types of trees and different types. It's just, we have a little bit of everything around here.
That's
so
right.
you do get that.
We do.
That kind of, just, it's something we don't get anywhere else. No. I was talking to this last week with Julie, and it's just our community of this area. Yeah. Like, it's just, I've moved away and I've come back because it's just, it's different.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of people move here and they're from different areas. I've had customers that were from California, things like that. Yeah. And a lot of people are moving this way and they get here and they're like, man, like, what is this? Like, what is this? Yeah. Like, people holding the doors, things like that. It's just a silly thing that we don't think about. And it's so important that it's such a huge part that everybody, like you said, has their back. We have each other's back. Sure. We are here to help support each other and raise that. And that's one thing I love about being around here. Yeah. We get that support. And so you've been in Oologah, and you're really I see you doing things all the time. Where's the insurance guy? Where's right. All that kind of stuff. And so you really do getting involved in Oologah itself, not just being a business. No, you go to the city council meetings. You are out there. You're going to the school and incorporating and putting yourself out there for that. So you're just you really are putting it in there, and so. And you want to see this community grow. And so where do you think, where would you like to see kind of the attention of, Oologah kind of going, the leadership roles and things like that? Where do you see, where would you like to see that going?
I think that, getting a bunch of like-minded business owners together. We have a great town here. Like when you come to Oologah, everything is almost right here, and right down the strip of 169. And, just to be like-minded. I think we have a group of people now that are currently in the Chamber of Commerce. We want to see it grow, and to actually have a bond where we're fighting for each other and we're helping the town move forward. I think on the forum I talked about Carolyn Estes. Yes. I mean, she is a foundational person in this community, and she has fought for many years she's always involved in any of the Rogers County planning, making sure Oologah is not forgotten, because we're kind of up here in the northwest. We're kind of the backside of Rogers County, but she's amazing. She was one of the first people when I moved over. She just really supported me and encouraged me. And so we're trying to kind of build off of what she's done over the years. Yeah. And we want to kind of take that, she's passing the torch to us, and we want to do, whatever we can to make sure that this community thrives. You know, it is a small community. I know the school is a little bit bigger, but the community itself is small.
Yeah.
And there's something about, teamwork. I don't want to go into all the coaching, but when adults are working towards a greater cause, and making it better for the kids that are coming up. I mean, you see construction. We have a new building right over here. They were doing dirt work today. Our new community center. That's going to be beautiful. Just the downtown, like the equipment for the kids. I'm trying to spit that out.
Yeah.
But the playgrounds and stuff, it's all of that stuff. If we can keep developing that, support the businesses, that's important, because we are a small business.
Yeah.
And, there's so many good small businesses right here in this little, 10-mile radius. And they serve about anything. You know, you can get food, you can get coffee, you can buy presents, you can get you got the pharmacy. And there are so many good things. And I would say that would be my goal. Yes, I'm an insurance person. Yes, I'm Coach Brown. But to see the town move forward, and to see, we do events, Pioneer Days, like all these cool events, Christmas time, like to see the smile on the people on their faces, like, man, this is a small town, but this is like a nice event. Like, we just had to drive up the road to go to it, like that's what I want to see. And I think that we have the leadership right now. I mean, they are super focused on, bringing everybody together with that common goal. And I think that's when it's really going to take off. So that's the deal. Like, we got great people. We have a great mayor that loves the town. And, like I said, there's been plenty of people that have been involved over the years, and now as a new group comes in, we just want to carry that to the next level. So
and just keep, I think that's kind of the idea of this podcast. I want to bring everybody together, because I know it's never been harder to keep a small business in right now. It's difficult. Taxes are going up. Expenses are going up. Everything just gets more expensive. And it's harder and harder to compete with the bigger guys, that have all that. And I know that we can I've seen our communities rally around everybody. People, just individuals, businesses, things like that. And I know that we all kind of got a little bit back and just kind of backed off after COVID and things like that. And we got comfortable sitting in our bubbles at home. And I was one of those.
Ordering Amazon.
Amazon.
And over.
Amazon food. Like, I don't even want to drive. I'm spending extra. I'm like, I know this this should not cost $50, but I'm buying it because I don't want to drive 2 minutes down the road to get it.
That's right.
I don't want to talk to anybody. I don't have to see anybody. We all kind of got in that. And that was kind of, I was like, I know there's great people out there that are doing this and they're struggling. These business owners, these artists, these leaders that are just being criticized for things that, these people a lot of the times do not get paid. They volunteer and they put all this time, and then all they get is get bombarded. Well, this wasn't good enough, or this wasn't, you should have had this. These people are taking time away from their families to give you guys something back, to give the communities back, business-wise, artists, whatever it is.
That's right.
They're taking a lot of time to do that.
They are.
And I think that if we, like you said, if we all connect together, it doesn't matter if you're in the same industry, it doesn't matter what it is. If it benefits the town and the community, it's going to benefit everybody. And it can only get better.
Well, I mean, that was one of the things when you approached me about this around Christmas time. I was like,
you were actually in Branson.
I was in Branson. I was. And no, you showed, kind of shared your vision over Messenger. And I was like, man, that's a great idea. I love that. And I love what you're doing. And instantly I was on board. Anything that can further the small businesses, our communities, it doesn't have to be Oologah, our Rogers County area,
It's like you said, 15-minute drive. You got the Pioneer Days. We've got, there's so much here that you can just come in and visit. And see.
And so that's why I just love what you're doing. And hopefully, that's what we want people to, like and share this stuff because it gets the word out. And the podcasts that you've already done have been great. Your interviews have been great. And I think that as you keep building this, it's going to get the word out there. And it's almost like a rally. That's what you're doing. You're rallying small businesses, people of influence in our community. That's my prayer for you, is that this will keep growing, and that you will keep, because seriously, something like this, I mean, it could be a spark. It's a spark. And a lot of people that don't get the the notoriety, you know, or, you know, they're, you know, it's hard advertising, you know, so I think that you're kind of that voice, and it's going to keep getting better and better and growing. And, you know, so I'm all on board on what you're doing. So
I just think I'm not the best at speaking. I'm not the best talker, but, you know, I just like to have fun and go out there and hang out and talk to people. And because, I mean, there's a lot of stuff out there that people don't realize about these, or even know that these businesses are there, and go, that's here? What?
Yes,
that's awesome.
I know.
And if
you're perfect for that.
You know,
you're perfect for that, though.
I got a little bit of a salesman in me, you know, so I can throw it in there without it being like that. But, you know, I just think that it's just, I wanted to get out there and do it because I know I really believe around the corner, we're going to have a huge boom in Rogers County. Yeah. This area is going to.
Yeah, it is.
We have a huge theme park that's going in Veneta.
Yeah.
That if people don't think that's going to benefit all of us around here, they're crazy because where are they flying into?
Yeah.
Tulsa.
Seriously.
So Tulsa, Oklahoma City, or Joplin.
Yeah.
They're coming right past us. A lot of them are going to be driving this way. Yeah. They're going to be coming this way. They're going to be staying in these smaller towns.
Shopping, eating.
Because it's cheaper here than staying right next to the resort. They're going to get to experience that, especially with Oologah right here. Yep. So you've got a lot. I think there's going to be a huge boom in our economy in this area. I know Pryor, Veneta, everybody around us, Chelsea, everyone's going to benefit from this. I do believe. And so I want to get out there and get this. I want to start getting that, knowing that how great we actually have it here and all the great stuff that we have around here, because these people are going to be coming in that would have never come to Oklahoma. I know. And we have a lot to offer around here. Yeah. We have amazing food. Yeah. We have amazing artists. We have amazing stores. We have amazing people here.
Museums. We have it all.
We have it all. Yeah. And so I really think that
we just need somebody to spotlight it.
Well, not only me, I think we all need to get out there and spotlight it. You know, putting a little bit. We all are busy. It's time and stuff like that. You understand? Running a business is busy.
It is,
and it's hard. But putting that effort in there, like you do, and doing those little things that is a big deal because you are showing that initiative. And I think those are the type of people that I'm like, I want to draw on because I'm only one voice. And if we can all go together, these people that are really fired up and ready to do something with the communities around here, that's what I want to be part of. And these are the people I've talked to are fired up. They're fired up about where they are, where they live, what they love it. Yeah. And I'm like, see, it's a great place. People tell me I'm crazy. Like we talked earlier, they think we're crazy for living in Oklahoma. They're like, you guys are nuts. But you really, you don't get it anywhere else.
No.
You don't get what we have here. No. I've been Montana, I've been to California, New York, Florida. Like, it's great. I love the beach.
It's great.
But it's not home. Like, you just don't get that feeling.
You're ready to come back about after a week and a half or so. You're ready to come home.
So, as in good old Claremore tradition, we have lots of trains. But we're in Oologah, and guess what? We have lots of trains. So this fits in very well with what we're here because we literally heard a train while we were talking earlier, so you may hear that. Yeah. So this little segment is called the train track crossing. We're going to stop. We're going to go through a speed questions. We're going to ask you just little simple ones, easy, fun ones, and get a little bit more about just the silly things. Get a drink because I got my Sonic drink. Jason texted me earlier. He was like, "Hey, I'm going to get you a Sonic drink. What's your favorite one?" And I said, "Pea sweet tea." And as I looked at it, I went, "No."
I was like, "I'm not drinking that."
Peach sweet tea. I'm so used to technology finishing out my words that it didn't finish it out when I was.
It went the wrong direction.
Yeah, it went the wrong direction.
So I was like, green peas and tea, whatever.
So, anyways, got my drink. Yeah.
So, all right, fire away.
All right, here we go. All righty. What is your favorite color?
Favorite color? Black. Everything has to be black. I'm like Johnny Cash, Everything. You look in my closet. Well, when I was at Claremore Christian, we had black uniforms. When I went to Lincoln, we had black uniforms. When I was at Chelsea, we had black uniforms.
That's
my favorite color. Look in my closet. It's all black.
It's all black.
Yeah. Not a lot of variety.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with that.
Okay.
Easy. It's easy to do, right?
That's
easy to get
right.
dressed.
Yeah.
If you could have any superpower, what would it be?
Superpower?
Yep.
Ooh, well, this is supposed to be fast. Superpower.
I know they get people hooked up.
Well, definitely not flying because I don't like heights, so that's off the board. I would probably say super strength. Super strength comes big muscles, you know. So just skip the gym and
just be bulked out and just
bulked up
all the time. Not have to
That's
worry
right.
about it.
That's
like
right.
That answer. What or coffee or tea?
Coffee.
Coffee.
That's right.
Yeah.
Got to start the day.
Yeah, you have to have coffee.
Tea is a good second place.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, if it's like 2:00, okay, I'll do a tea.
Yeah, good tea, iced tea, hot tea.
But
whatever.
coffee. I'm a big coffee fan.
Dogs or cats?
Dogs.
I already knew that.
Oh my gosh.
I know you're a dog guy.
It's insulting.
Who are really cat people? I mean, are there really cat people? Are there cat people out there?
I don't know.
Okay, we'll see.
I insure some.
You insure some cats?
We do have cat insurance. There we go.
There you go. If you love your cat that much.
I insured a goat the other day for $1,500.
Yep.
A goat.
Somebody, I mean, where's money? Showing.
Yes. Expensive.
Never even thought about that.
They do. You need to come up.
Go to a little town.
You need to come up, and I need to go up here to the Oologah FFA. You will see the most beautiful, most expensive goats, sheep, cows.
We need to come up here and check it out.
You need to.
We need to come see it. Beach or mountains?
Oh, mountains. No sand.
No sand?
No.
Yeah. I used to, like, I'm okay with sand now. I used to not. I used to hate it. I can handle it now. Just, yeah.
I can't handle it. No.
Books or movies?
Books.
I've
changed. I'm a book guy.
You've kind of always been a reader, though.
I have.
You've always kind of.
It's like I got out of college. Like they force you to read in school, so you don't want to do it.
You're like, no, I'm not.
I got out of college and I was like, I read all the time.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm a big book person. Yeah.
Pizza or burgers?
I know it's golly, I'd throw that one. Okay, you got to go with the burger.
Got to go with the burger.
Yeah, you can get a burger anytime, anywhere. You can make it at home. Pizza takes a little bit of time.
Yeah.
So it's got to be quick.
And it's got to be good.
Yeah.
You can really get a bad pizza.
You can.
Burger,
it's hard.
You can get a bad burger, but good burger. Burger is easier to do. That's what you're saying. Android or iPhone?
Oh, iPhone. I would have no idea how to function. I can barely function my iPhone, so Android is out the picture. Yeah.
Summer or winter?
Oh, winter. Can we go fall? Do fall.
You're like, I don't want either one of them.
Neither. No extremes.
So you just like fall.
Fall.
You like it where it's kind of getting.
Oh yeah.
Changing leaves, the colors. Yeah.
Colors. Yeah. That's right. Yeah.
All right. Here's the most important question. I'll ask this to everybody. On Friends, were Ross and Rachel on a break?
Oh my gosh, you're asking me a Friends question? Yes. You know how long it's been?
I know, but you know how long, most people when I ask it, they're like, I haven't watched it in years. You saw Coach Hurts, he's like, my whole family watches it, I have no idea.
I know, I would have no idea. No idea. It's a coach thing, I guess.
I guess it is a coach thing.
I would have no idea.
Yeah, I know that. Yeah. You guys don't have enough time to watch it.
No,
you guys were always out
zero
there
time to watch sports. I mean, to watch. Friends.
I always say they were on a break. That was my opinion.
Okay. I'll take your word for it. I've watched Friends about 5 times in my life.
Really?
Sorry.
Really? Like,
I know.
Oh man.
Sorry.
It's all right. You're all right. That's the trade crossing, guys. I got a little bit in there. Awesome. So I love it. I love it.
That was good.
This is good. Yes. I'm not gonna lie. I was super excited. Whatever. We had to reschedule. I got sick.
Yeah.
And then today I've been like just trying to get through work because I'm like I'm so excited to go do this because so we've gone way back. We've had a lot of stories. Church camp. We've been baseball.
Through it all.
We've on tournaments, things like that. And yes. I have to, like I said, I said a little bit earlier, like you were my mentor. Like you were my coach. You were my mentor. You were my friend. You were my youth pastor. You were somebody that I truly looked up to. And I've watched you go through your struggles growing up, seeing you go through these and working through them. And you just stayed so strong. It may not have been on the inside, but on the outside, you were so strong, and you still you would always go out there and put yourself out there 110%, regardless of what's going on inside. And I don't think we get that enough from people anymore. It's really, it's a rare, that integrity, I think, like you said before, is something that really is a pillar for your personality, for who you are. And being that person there and being that, and it's somebody I truly look up to. And I know like you said, you stepped away so you could have more time with your family, things like that. Like even before, you were a great dad. You come in there and you're always there. You love your kids. I see you at church. I've seen you. You're there.
Yeah.
Regardless.
Yeah.
Like how do you show up? Like you do. And and when you show up, you show up.
Yeah.
You're not just there.
Yeah.
You show up.
Yeah.
And like, how do you for me, I get worn down, I'm tired, and I just don't have that to go. And you seem to have that. How do you keep that motivation? What is the passion for that? How does it, where do you get that from? Like, where does that come from?
You're leading me right into it. So, only one place, only one place. It comes from Jesus 100%. And, he gave me this, and we talk about it all the time, kind of a mule-like spirit, where I'm going to, hunker down, and whatever's coming my way, I'm going to stand in the gap.
Yeah.
And, yes, we've went through hard times. Everybody goes through hard times, and I don't see, how people, can do it without Jesus, because he is that one thing that doesn't move. Mm-hmm. And he was always that strong pillar in the middle of whatever storm, that we're going through. And so I thank him every day for blessing me with that. He blessed me with a good mom and dad. I think that's,
your parents.
So that my dad was always, if he was throwing up or sick or whatever, there wasn't a day off. I remember his little truck going up the hill. And so God blessed me, with parents that worked hard. Mm-hmm. And that's just ingrained in me. And, that's all I've wanted. If you're going to do something, you do it well, do it with all your might, like you're doing it unto the Lord, and that was just one of those verses. But, if you're going to do it, go all out and be excellent at it. And there's always somebody watching you. Mm-hmm. There's always somebody watching you. And, whether you're in high school, the elementary kids are sitting there watching you do your thing, whether it's music or sports or whatever. Yeah. You get in college, the high school kids are looking up to you. And when you graduate and you become an adult, the college kids are looking there's always somebody watching. And I think that I just always wanted to, be an example to help. For me, it was always kids. Yeah. To help them get over the hump and get to the next level, whatever that might have been. Yeah. College sports or just going into the workforce or whatever it may be, to give them that example that they might not get anywhere else, So it always goes back to Jesus, and it's probably more so now than ever before. Yeah. And I think the closer we grow to him, the stronger we become. And so that's the answer. That's your strength.
That's what gets you. That's because it's a lot to do.
It is.
We were talking earlier before we started recording. Being a coach, there's a lot of work. Yeah. And it's a lot of effort. And you find people have their different things, and that that's my passion. That gives me motivation. It keeps me going because we wake up. Here every morning I wake up, I struggle. I'm like, why am I getting up? Like I don't want to do this. I don't want to go to work. I don't want to do this. Yeah. Every morning, like it's just like I'm trying to get out of that negative thoughts, and I'm trying to be positive and tell myself, hey, we got this. So we're going to kill it today. It's not going to be that bad, My daughter, we're trying to get her. It's not going to be that bad, and so she'll tell, it's not that bad. See, Dad, see, Dad, not that bad. So I tell myself in my head, see, not that bad, not that bad, and I got to get through that and motivate. So it's hard. Like it's a lot of work to get through that. It is, and that takes it out of me right there at the beginning of the first of the day. And, I see those, and I see people like you, and you do those and you get that passion. That gives me hope and gives me passion that I get up and do this today. I can do this. I see, that, see you work through those things, and you've come so far. You've changed, and and that's not a bad thing. No, changing is good.
It's good.
We always got to grow and do those things. And I've watched you change. I've watched you become a dad, which was I watched you go from being at the small little Claremore Christian school to moving up to these big schools and coaching and just putting that in there. And we haven't talked in we don't talk like we used to, but like you have that influence on my life, and you always will.
Yeah.
And I want people around here to really know, like, to realize that, like, not just put in a little thing in here. It's when you come here to you are giving everything, and you are working hard to do that and do what's best for this people, like the integrity. Like people, I don't think people really realize that. Yeah. Like that's not just me saying it. This is serious. Like you really are that person, and I think people need to realize that. And you're like, so we've had a lot of fun. I'm trying to think of how I can say it without like saying some of these things without it like incriminating us almost. But we've had, I mean, Idiots in the Sun. You were out there.
Oh my gosh.
Let's see if you remember that.
I cannot believe that.
Us doing stupid stuff, and our youth pastor was filming us.
Oh my gosh.
But you
guys were going to make it big. Like, we were going to make it big or something.
Can you imagine if we would have had what we have now back then?
You guys would probably be traveling.
We would have been famous.
Yeah, you would.
There's no I don't like the stuff like Jordan and Dustin and Brad, like all of us, like the stuff that came out of.
Well, that is that's the job.
The idea is that we all.
That's the job of the youth pastor or coach or whatever. You're the guy filming. So as you're trying to reach your dreams of being famous, doing stupid things, stupid tricks. Yeah. Oh my gosh.
I don't even know how we're not dead, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Because of all, like, I get to I'm like now and I do things and I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't do that. And I'm like, yeah, it was probably me jumping out of the back of a moving truck going 15 miles an hour and like slamming him on the ground.
It's
like,
epic now if we could get out of bed.
Yes. Like my bones hurt. Like literally my bones hurt,
Yeah.
And like we've had a lot of fun. Yeah. And there's so many stories that we could just go down for hours, really. Because I mean, like I said, baseball trips we've had. Oh my gosh! Like
between church and baseball youth group,
I think the trips were my favorite with baseball. Like trips, not even the game.
That team that you were on. That was an amazing team. Bunch of great guys. I think we had like 20.
Yeah, we had
that's at Claremore Christian. Yeah. And so we had 20 and we were good. We had fun. I mean, like it was just, and there was a great mix,
it
was fun.
I mean, we had four senior boys and that was it. And we were all on the team.
That's right.
So we had like a good leadership.
It was, I mean, and I will always say that's where, I went on and won a bunch of games and, all this stuff. But if I didn't have those teams, they built who I was. And man, that last team that we were all on, when we won districts, and I still tell people about that team. Like I have a little picture book at home of that season. And it's just like you think back of how simple times were.
Oh yeah. So much fun.
It's just so we
didn't have a whole lot of. The only worry was trying to get through our W's, or trying to carry that one player. You know what I'm talking about? We literally picked him up and carried him on our shoulders, and he was just fighting us on it. But we're like, no, we're getting it done. Getting through the
W's.
The W's.
You guys birthed the W's. And everywhere I've went. They know the W's.
I was watching New Heights, and they were talking about baseball versus football and stuff like that, and they were talking about the running. They're like, that makes no sense. Why are you making me run that much? Should we be running bases? Like, why am I running foul poles?
Yeah.
No, I didn't run foul poles. We ran W's. Jason, tell them what W's are. If people don't, your players know what it is.
W's, and it has changed.
Has it?
We run more sprints now.
Oh, okay.
No.
Oh. Well, yes, it did get worse. You run more sprints. But.
So, okay, you start at home and you run down first base line, the foul line, all the way to the foul pole, touch the foul pole. Then from the foul pole, you go to second base, from second base to the other foul pole, and all the way home. And, you have to do that.
That was one.
That was one W.
That was one W.
And you have to do it in a certain amount of time. And, the W's are epic. They're a part of my coaching career. They never left. But we might throw a tire in there now, or they had to hold the bat above their heads and do it.
Oh yeah, so you did make us do that stuff. I'm glad about that.
Well, I grew. I became better. No, I'm just kidding.
I made them do more.
We do more. No,
they were pulling cars by the time he was leaving.
Yes.
If you cannot pull this car from first base to second base, you're never going to steal a base.
That's right. Yeah. Oh man, the W's. Yeah, but yeah, it was so simple back in the day, and we were all kind of growing up together. I was so young,
Yeah.
We were not very far apart in age, so I cherish those times. The beginnings. Those 7 years there. It was more than 7 for you, but because I knew you before all of that. But yeah, simple times, good memories.
We had so much. I mean, you were. Best friends with my parents. You were always there. Yeah. Like my parents, you just When I say you've always been, you've been there. I guess to say we've playing video games with my. Oh my gosh! You guys sit there and play football, Madden, and NCAA, and not even really playing. You just like set up your teams and like roll through there. And I'm like, this isn't. I don't even understand. This is not even fun. You're not even playing. You just set up a team and just let it play like automatically. And they're like, oh well, we won, we lost.
There we go. Yeah. There was a lot of
you guys.
I think that was Roger State's first football team. I think we had that. Anyway, the Roger State. It was even before they were the Hillcats. They didn't have a name. We made up nicknames, but I think we had Roger State University football team. So, but a lot of good times, a lot of video games, a lot of hours. Just a lot of time.
I said I watched you and what you do, and I love watching you grow and where you're going with the business and even growing with the community and just push it up there because you are that type of person that will do that. I know I'm talking you up a lot, and I can tell it's making you a little bit uncomfortable because you're like me. We don't take the compliments very well. When people start laughing and get nervous. That's the way I do, But but I really do. I really do want people to know like the kind of person that you are and what we do here, what you're doing here, not just selling insurance, what you're doing outside of that, because people, you're supporting those teams, you're supporting those players, you're supporting the people, the community, because those are our future. Those kids that are in that school that you are giving those weekly, the student of the weeks to, that's a lot of work for you guys to do.
It is.
And that shows, what you really are, what your goal is here. Yeah. It's not just to like this get rich and you're here to help grow things.
That's right.
And I really want people to understand that. Yeah. And so we're wrapping up here. We're in about 50 minutes now. We've been sitting here talking. Yeah, it doesn't seem like that long, but it goes by really fast when you're recording. I love podcasting because we get to sit down and enjoy it. There's so much more that we could do. We could sit here for probably 5 or 6 hours and talk, honestly, about all this stuff. We could really go down a rabbit hole.
That'll be a series. We'll have a series.
We will do a side mini series. You can hear the stories of Jason and Phil back.
Idiots in the Sun, right?
Idiots in the Sun. We'll have to get
podcast.
We'll get Jordan and we'll get Dustin.
A reunion.
Can you imagine what that show would be?
No.
Jordan alone would be. Because he's still the same. He's grown up. Yeah. But he's Jordan. He's still Jordan. Yeah. It's like
he can bring us some ice cream though, right?
Dude, he's got the hookup. All right, Maddie, it's over.
If he can bring the ice cream, let's do it.
We're gonna. You heard. So Dustin, Jordan, Brad, all you guys. We're gonna do a special podcast. Let's do a reunion. Idiots in the Sun. I like that. I'm excited about that. That'll be fun.
Whatever. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Well, I don't know what we will say on that podcast. I don't know what will come up. So if anybody's listening, you just got to be prepared because it'll be.
I'm sure there'll be some tricks. The roof is not very high.
Jordan still does. I bet I could still talk Jordan into doing something.
Probably.
Because he's probably still the most fearless one out of all of us. I got older and I'm like, not doing that. I was like, that looks dumb.
I'm out.
Yeah. I'll be the one behind the camera. You can jump off of that. I'm like, no, I can't. I'm out of it. Barely getting out of bed. Like I ain't doing no tricks. But we could talk Jordan. As you get older, that fear sets in.
Yeah.
Like I used to be not afraid of anything. Like snakes, things like that. Yeah, it's a snake. Now I'm like, oh my gosh, it's a snake. I'm getting away.
Okay, so I'll bring a snake next time.
No, you'll see me run. But guys, how can, before we go, how can people find you? Like how can they get a hold of you?
Yeah, so easiest way probably, like if you want to keep up with me, any of the social media.
We'll have Facebook, links for all that on there.
Yeah, Facebook, Instagram, X, or Twitter, whichever one you
Whatever
say.
you
I'm heavily involved in social media. You see all the student of the weeks and all the antics that I do. It's all on social media.
I mean, if anything, go fall for that.
That's right. That's right. So insurance-wise, you can call our phone 918-789-3848. And we have offices in Chelsea or Oologah, so you get an option there when you call. But both places are good, and we can hook you up with insurance. Email is Coach B at insureboss.com. Nice and easy. So Chalkline Insurance, we're right behind Harbor Coffee, okay, that's tough, because we smell coffee, and on this side we smell Mexican food. It's hard sometimes, but we're right behind Harbor Coffee in downtown Oologah.
Yeah, right off the main street.
Yeah, there. And my head is like right on the front of the building. You can't miss that.
You can't miss that head. I was gonna say these headphones actually fit you. Everybody
they're a little snug.
Are they a little snug?
They're a little snug.
Everybody I talk to is like, how do I make these smaller? And I'm like, you can't. That's as small as I go. They're big on my head.
I'm stretching them.
And then
I'm stretching them right now.
So you'll see that. You see the big head out there.
You can't miss it. We're, like I said, right behind Harbor Coffee, and we're open, Monday through Friday, 8:30 to 5, and really easy to get hooked up with us. So
come and talk to them, guys. I mean, storm weather is around the corner. We've got tornadoes are coming.
They're coming.
We've got hail. We've got wind. Some branches are going to be falling.
That's right.
The crazy stuff's about to start happening.
It is.
So
it's the busy season.
It's time to really, if you're, somebody did give you a higher rate, you've been with forever.
Sure.
Come see.
Yeah.
Come see Jason. Come see everybody over here, because maybe we can get something worked out for you. Get you down, and
it doesn't hurt.
It doesn't.
It doesn't hurt.
Yeah,
like if we can't beat your price or beat your coverage, then no hurt there. But most of the time we can.
Yeah. So hey,
anyway,
come and see them. Come over here, check it out, because it is that time. Protect that house, because
that's right.
It's gonna. If you're gonna do it now, because
you got to make sure you're covered. Yeah, you don't want to wait till after it happens and then find out you don't have coverage on this. Well,
come and check. Yeah. Or even I bet they can bring what they have here, and you guys could
that's the easiest way. Yeah, if you bring your declaration pages, that shows all your coverage. I mean, that's the way we
all the stuff that nobody else is reading.
That's right.
You guys can tell you, hey, this is would be better for this. This is what you're lacking here.
Yep, 100%. We can read that, and then we can see if you're covered right, at a good price, and all that good stuff. It's super easy.
I would rather have somebody else look at that than me have to look at it.
And I'm telling you, if you don't want to come in, we have a QR code. You can scan that and give us our information. You seriously really wouldn't even have to talk to me.
You don't even have to talk to anybody.
You can text me.
That's like everybody's dream these days.
Yeah, you don't even have to talk to your insurance guy. Text me. Scan the QR code, and I can save you money. It's that easy. That easy.
So that's literally, you could go, you could show up, you could do this, you can just pick up your phone.
There's about 8 different ways that we can take care of you. But seriously,
we'll have all the links on there. We'll have your email on. We'll get you. Well, I don't know if we want to do email. Maybe get some crazy stuff, but we'll get all the links out there. All the social media links, guys. You guys can go on there, check it out.
Yeah.
Give them a call.
Yep.
Just text them, call them, just let them see what they can do.
Yep.
Support your local businesses, guys, and come over here, because it only makes things better.
It does.
It really does.
Yep.
And I don't know if you're like me, I do like to get to know the person that I'm dealing with.
Sure.
Bank-wise, it's your money, it's your time, it's things that are being taken care of. And if I have questions, I want to be able to know who I'm talking to and not have to call some big business and sit on hold for 35 minutes while they pass me around because I'm trying to cancel, because they can't help me.
Yeah.
So, you're right here.
Yeah.
It's easy. Like I said, phone call, text. It's super easy.
Yeah, there's no recording. You'll get a live person.
You have an issue. You have somebody to talk to.
That's right. Yeah.
So, guys, I'm so glad that we had Jason here. Jason, thank you so much, because time, like you said, time is a lot. It's hard. You take it away from that, and I appreciate you just giving me the time to sit here and talk. I know, have a lot of fun. Guys, come check them out. Give them a phone call.
Yep.
And Jason, thank you again.
Big Phil.
We didn't even say that.
Big
Do you
Phil.
know this? I didn't even mention this. I had it in my head and I lost it when we started talking about something. No, but before we go, this man right here is the reason that I am Phil and not Philip. And I go by Phil because I was Philip up until the 6th grade, and I did not like going to church because I was in the little kids class.
That's right. That's right.
You said, you told my parents, but bring him on up to, it's the middle of the summer. He's going to be here next year. Bring him on up early.
Yeah.
And I came in and he was like, all right, we got a new guy here. He's not Philip anymore. He is Big Phil. And I became Big Phil and I became Phil. And it literally...
He wasn't very big then.
I was not very big. I was not very big. It took me a long time to get pretty big.
He's Big Phil now.
But I'm Big Phil now.
Yeah.
And it's where it all started. I wouldn't be Phil. Eventually I would have probably, but like it would have been later on in life. My mom even's like, that's whenever you became like, you're not a baby. You became Phil. You're not Philip.
I ruined it for her.
Yeah, you made me grow up. You broke my mom's heart.
Oh,
but
okay.
You broke Mama Tubbs' heart.
There.
But like, yeah, this man is the reason I'm Phil. That's why I go by Phil, because when I say that he had that much of an impact on my life, like that right there tells you he had that much of an impact. That was the reason I was called Phil. That's where the first person.
There we go.
So guys, come check him out.
Yep.
Thank you guys so much for listening to another episode of I Never Met a Stranger I Didn't Like.